These are some things I wish I understood when I was younger. If you're a little youngin', a little teenager, a little high school, whatever, please pay attention because you're gonna learn these things one way or another. Let me just save you the trauma. No one's opinion of you matters when you love yourself. So instead of trying to impress everyone and be good enough for everyone, be good enough for yourself and focus on loving you. Put all the energy into you. The bigger the friend group, the more lying, drama, and shit talk there is. If you want to avoid that, keep your circle small and you'll be happy. Holding a grudge over small, petty things destroys your peace and only affects you. They don't care. So for your own sake, get the fuck over it. You can't force someone to respect you or treat you properly if they don't want to. The only thing you can do is cut them off. So time to use those scissors. These are some lessons you need to learn in order to build your confidence. Embarrassment is not real. It literally fully is not a real thing. Okay, put two people in the same situation. One of them will be embarrassed, one of them won't be. It's whoever makes it real. You just ignore it. It's not a real thing. You attract more people being yourself than faking it and trying to be someone else because authenticity radiates. I'm telling you, it works like a fucking magnet, okay? And you could try to tell me like, no, it wouldn't work. I'm too weird, I'm whatever. But how would you know if you've never tried it? That's what I thought. You gotta trust me on this. Nobody's out of your league. They're only out of your league if you think they are and if you talk to them and treat them like they are out of your league. Because realistically, we've seen trolls pull supermodels, so anything's possible. Cut off and keep your distance from people who prevent you from being your most confident best self because you truly are the people you surround yourself with. This is what it means to own your power. And if you really practice and live by this, I promise you it will change your life. There's always gonna be people who don't like me, so I'm gonna be the version of me that I like. I know I'm capable of anything because I see what I've accomplished so far. Any feelings I have are valid because I felt them. I cut off anyone who crosses my boundaries because I don't need people who don't respect me. And that's the clearest form of disrespect. This is what it means to own your power. And take some motherfucking notes because if you live by this, I swear you will become the best version of yourself. I'd rather be alone than be surrounded by people who don't respect me or make me feel like my best self. I'm not afraid of anyone or any confrontation because my actions aligned with my morals and how I was feeling. I trust myself more than anyone because my gut feeling has never lied to me. Just because others don't see my power doesn't mean it's not there. I can literally get anything I want. Really believe these affirmations and become them and watch the difference in your life. These are some subtle things people do when they don't respect you. These are the types of things that they might play off as it's not that serious or you might try to brush off, but like always trust your gut feeling because for the most part, it's disrespect. Entitlement. People who don't respect you think they have this entitlement to your life, to you, your energy, your time. You don't owe anyone shit and you might even get to the point where you're feeling like, oh my god, they hold me at such a high expectation. I constantly feel the pressure to act the way they want me to. It's because they don't respect you and they've brainwashed you into thinking like that. Invalidate your feelings, okay? People who respect you want to have open communication with you. They want to hear your side so that they can make a situation better with you. So if you find that every time you try to communicate your feelings, a person is very dismissive of that, it's not that they can't see from your perspective, it's that they just don't care or respect you enough to try. Crossing your boundaries, even the little ones, okay? Boundaries are there for a reason. Because simply put, a person who doesn't respect you doesn't see boundaries as boundaries. They see them as little things they know you don't like them doing, but they think if they're sneaky enough, they can get away with it. Newsflash, they can't. And this is why it's so important that you do set boundaries. These are some small things you can do to appear more confident. A lot of people don't understand that most confident people are actually fairly insecure. They're just good at making you think they're confident. And this is how you do that. Posture, all right? They have good fucking posture. And baby, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I just know your posture is not great right now. Roll your shoulders back. I always say like pretend like a string is holding you up. It makes the biggest difference on how confident you look. Eye contact, all right? Personally, I can just tell when a person's confident when they can give me eye contact during a conversation. And I think y'all think it's a lot harder than it actually is. All you have to do, pick one of their eyes, focus on it. While they talk to you, while you talk to them, focus on that one eye, that's it. It might take some practice, but just try it. Learn to speak with expression in your voice, okay? Because if I'm out here talking like this, I don't sound insecure. But when I'm talking like this and actually talking with like range, it just sounds more confident and it's such a small thing you can do. Hands visible when you're talking to people. Bonus if you want to fucking talk with your hands too. But when you hide your hands, it's just like psychologically it makes you look more insecure or more like uncomfortable and closed off. But if your hands are out and open, you seem more confident. These are some basic life lessons that you need to live by. You can either voluntarily practice this now or get traumatized into it and feel forced to do it all the time without even trying. So like, let's take the easy way because y'all know I got you. If you don't mean it, don't say it. And if you meant it, you better be willing to repeat it because if someone wants to confront you about it later, you better with your whole fucking chest be able to say, yeah, I meant every word of it. And if you didn't mean it, then why did you say it? Almost everything you do in life is more a reflection of you than it is of other people. It's so easy to blame other people like, oh, this person's horrible, this person is this, everyone in my life is trash. Why do you surround yourself with trash people? Why do you seek validation from people who don't want you? When it comes to talking stages and getting to know someone, almost everything that a person is doing for you, they're doing for other people too. The reason why some of us catch feelings so easily is we're like, oh my god, they treat me so good. They're so nice to me. They do this and this and this. You think you're the only person they're nice to? Y'all aren't dating. You think you're really the only person. No. If you're a younger person, this video is for you. These are some things I wish I understood when I was younger, and I want you to hear them now so you don't make the same mistakes. You can be a nice person and not be a pushover. It's just called setting boundaries, okay? It's not like you have to be a bitch or you have to be a pushover who's nice. There's a gray area there. Holding grudges, being petty, getting your revenge, none of it's worth it at all. Like, for your own sanity, for your own peace, you need to learn to just get over shit. Like, pick your fucking battles. If it's not worth it, get over it. Stop putting people on pedestals, because when you treat people like you could not handle losing them, they step all over you and do whatever the fuck they want because they know you won't do anything about it. You have to be okay with cutting people off at any time if they don't respect you. Keep your circle small. Just do it. These are some tips to help you get over someone. Be a crush, it can be an ex, it can be a friend breakup that you had, because those kind of hurt too. Just like anyone who's living in your head rent free and you're like, I can't handle this anymore, I don't want to think about them. This is how you get over them. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, if you want your mind to stop thinking about someone, you need to assist it in doing so. You need to act like someone who actually wants to get over this person. Stop trying to interact with them so much. Stop keeping tabs on them. Stop creeping their socials. Stop trying to just like remind yourself of them, because how's that gonna help? Do not hold your feelings in. Do not keep your emotions in. Don't try to push it down. Because when you do that, you're really just bottling it up until one day you're just gonna explode and you're just gonna carry it all the time with you and carry all these emotions towards that person. If you need to cry, bitch, cry. If you need to scream at the top of your lungs, do it. If you need to write their name on a plate and break it, do what you gotta do. Journaling, write down your feelings. Okay, I swear that shit is like low-key free therapy. When all you do is think about a person and think about your emotions towards a person, it's so messy in your head and it will frustrate you and stress you out even more. Writing it out will help you organize your feelings and it'll be a lot less frustrating to think about. These are some signs of a jealous friend, or more specifically, a friend that's jealous of you. And if these are resonating, I suggest keeping your distance. You don't get invited to a lot of things, or you just notice that they choose not to include you in a lot of events. They never give you proper advice, especially when it comes to how you look. So if you look really good, they might literally tell you like, you need to change, or I'm not going out if you look like that. Or when you wear something that you know doesn't look that good, they're gonna be like, oh my god, it looks so good. It's sabotage. You hate telling them good news, and you can't tell them good news because they're never happy for you, and they make you feel so ass about it and like kill your mood towards this thing that you were so excited about. And if you feel like your friends get some sort of satisfaction or kind of like a little bit happy when something bad happens to you, to the point that you keep all bad news to yourself, toxic ass jealous friends. If you're someone who catches feelings easily, this video is for you. This is how you stop catching feelings for everything with a pulse, or even just like chill it out a little bit. It's obviously easier said than done, but with a little practice and just like making this your lifestyle, it will help a lot. You're not special. Okay, that sounds harsh, but hear me out. When you think someone's nice to you, they treat you well, you're like, oh my god, they treat me so good, I'm so different. Well, they're treating other people like that too. You think that's their game. That's how they get people, is by being nice, by treating them good, doing whatever. So stop thinking you're special and realize they do this to everyone, and that'll help you. Stop creeping their socials, and don't fucking lie to me. I know you're fucking creeping that shit. You probably have a fake account that you're searching them up on and looking them up on there. Stop that. You are feeding your obsession and making it so much worse, making yourself like addicted to them like a drug. You can stop yourself, you just tell yourself you can't. Stop creating fantasies about them in your head, especially the ones that you do right before you go to bed because it comforts you and helps you sleep. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Stop that shit. Because guess what? You are romanticizing them and making them out to be this figure that they're not, and you're falling in love with this figure that you created in your head and not actually them. These are some subtle things people do when they don't respect you. You might see this a lot with fake or toxic friends, and you might brush it off as a joke, but you know it bothers you, so like, let me just confirm, it's disrespect. When they can't take no for an answer. If you say no and someone keeps pushing you, it's because they don't care that you said no and they feel like they can push you around enough to change your answer. Boundaries don't exist with them. They kind of just do whatever they want. Even if it's like a small boundary that they know bothers you, they're still gonna do it. Pointing out your insecurities or making fun of you around other people. When people respect you, they want to save your face. They're not gonna try to humiliate you in front of others. The nice guys are gonna fucking eat me alive for this. So listen, you can be a nice guy and still get girls. You're just a nice guy who doesn't have game. That exists. There's nice guys with game, and there's nice guys without game. And you're not even that nice, but also you don't have game at all. So stop blaming it on girls only like fucking assholes and just start being like, you know what? I don't have any motherfucking game. Because that's the truth. These are some of the hottest things a guy can say by far. Remember, there's a time and place for everything. Read the situation, read the vibes, and then decide if it's the right thing to say. But if you say it at the right time, it's incredible. Good girl, atta girl, baby girl, any type of word with girl, you can't really go wrong for the most part. Some girls will try to argue, it's like, it sounds like he's talking to a dog. I don't want to be referred to like that. Woof woof. Woof woof, I guess. Where's my leash? Because, you know, me and my girls, we love that shit. If you notice she's like fixing herself or like looking in the mirror and like touching up, whatever, just be like, you look good, don't worry. She'll die. She will love it. When greeting her, just be like, hey, beautiful. Whether it's text, in person, she'll be weak as fuck. Okay, that shit is so... Yes. Time you're referring to her, just refer to her by her name. Like, just whatever her name is, just put it in every fucking sentence if you need to. Like, we just love hearing our names. It feels special and beautiful, and just do it. These are some tips I have for guys when it comes to pulling girls. Remember, you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, but you should. If you and a girl are vibing and she's not being dominant or like making a move or anything, she wants you to do it, okay? If she's a dominant person, she will already have done it. But if she's not and you're like, okay, there's a vibe here, I don't know what to do, make the move. Make the fucking move. One of the best ways to be memorable to a girl is a good conversation. Whether it's text or in person, have a good convo. If you are in the middle of a really good conversation, I don't recommend taking too long to answer. I do think you should make people chase a little bit, but not in a good conversation, because then it just ruined it. This is especially important if you're not sure if she's interested, because this is how you'll make yourself stick out in her head, especially if she's got like other options. Don't be too nice. And what I mean by this is be well-mannered, be like good moraled, but don't be too nice to the point that it seems fake. Saying sorry every 2 seconds, being like overly concerned about everything, it's not even real. And it does ruin a good conversation, a good vibe if you're trying too hard to be nice all the time. Just be genuine. Boys, pay close attention, because if a girl's interested and you do these things, she'll love it. But if she's not interested, she'll hate it. So start being cautious and take some notes. Blowing up her phone, okay? When we like a guy, we want them to show us that they're interested, okay? But if we don't like you and you're blowing up our phone, it's creepy, weird, and you're about to catch a block. Physical touch, okay? In a liking setting, it's very romantic, hot, and just, you know, we love it. Keep going at it. We love to see it. But if we don't like you and you do it, it's creepy and horrifying, and I'm about to being mean, okay? Being mean to us. You know how some of y'all flirt, a lot of you flirt with like being rude or like dissing us? If we're into you, it's like hee hee hee, teaseful flirting, blah blah blah. But if we're not into you, it's like, oh my god, you're a fucking asshole and I hate you. So just be careful. These are things girls wish guys understood. Not saying this is every guy, okay? Not every guy does this. So if the shoe fits, walk in it. If it doesn't, you ain't Cinderella. Girls don't like playing hard to get and making you chase. We do it because y'all like when girls make you chase. You can deny it all you want, but there's endless studies that have shown guys feel more rewarded and feel better when a girl makes them chase. So get your little running shoes on, because we're gonna make you do it. Y'all take it too far when you tease us sometimes, okay? It's to the point where sometimes we can't tell if you like us or hate us. It's already so uncomfortable rejecting someone. Please do not make it worse by cussing us out and bitching and whining and just being like a dick when we reject you, because it'll make us hate you more and talk shit about you to all of our friends, and then they'll all hate you too. So save yourself more embarrassment. These are some things girls wish guys understood. Disclaimer, boys, you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, but I do speak for all ladies when I say this, so trust me, please. If you feel like a girl's friend is cock-blocking you, it's because she doesn't want you, and her friend knows that she doesn't want you, so she's preventing you from being touchy and creepy, so take the hint. For the most part, girls make it fairly clear that we're not interested, and we drop a lot of signs that we're not interested, but y'all choose to see it as her playing hard to get. I know you guys are super nonchalant, you just don't really care most of the time, but we love decisiveness and we love surprises, so if you could just like pick a place to eat or pick something to do and surprise her, whatever, she'll die. It's the little things, I promise. These are some of the ugliest, most turn off type things guys do. So boys, if you do this, please stop. I'm begging you. Unsolicited pics. Why? Like, if she asks and says like word for word, like send me a picture of your cock-a-doodle-doo, that's like one thing, but she's probably not asking. One thing to open up about insecurities, but when y'all are like constantly going on and being like insecure as fuck and being like, you're too pretty to talk to me, don't. Giving pick me, it's giving attention seeking, and frankly it's giving annoying. And before y'all come at me, I don't think girls should be doing it either. Cockiness, that is probably one of the biggest turnoffs ever. And there's a huge difference between cockiness and confidence. Confidence is hot, cockiness is nasty. It's so obvious that cockiness is just a mask for insecurity and like overcompensating, so I don't even know why y'all do it, because we see right through it. These are some things girls wish guys understood. Boys, I speak for most girls when I say this, so pay close attention. Just because she calls you bro doesn't mean you're in the friend zone, okay? Some girls just talk like that and we just say bro all the time. It's not that serious, and you know what, sometimes we even use it as flirting or when we're super comfortable with you, so it's actually kind of a good thing. If you want to know if you're friend zone, watch out for you're like a brother to me. When she family zones you, she doesn't want you. The only reason we make you guys chase so much is because y'all like the chase. It's like literally like in your DNA that you guys like to chase at least a little bit. So even if we like you a lot, we're gonna have to make you chase a little bit. Girls are sluts for the little things, okay? When you do the tiny little things, it will change her life. If you send her like a tweet and you're like, oh, this made me think of you, or if you notice she did her makeup differently and you're like, oh, it looks nice, she'll die. The tiny little things, bro, I'm telling you, notice the little things and you won. I wish I could say this wasn't true, but it is. So here are some of the fucked up ways that girls will hint that they like you. Sorry, ladies, for exposing us in advance. Literally looking at you. Like, just looking at you, and if you don't make a move after that, we're like, I guess not. Liking your Instagram picture or viewing your Instagram story. We fully take that as we shot our shot, and if you don't do anything, it's like, that's on you. Thinking about you and just kind of hoping you get like the brain signal, and if you don't, we're like, I guess it just wasn't meant to happen. Walking by you and like maybe brushing against your arm or some shit while we do it, that's like, holy shit, we just made the fattest move. It's giving insane, it's giving mental illness, absolutely, but will we ever stop? No. So good luck, boys. Things girls like versus what we don't like. Ladies, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. We like confidence. We love confidence. We love a guy who's sure of himself and can feel comfortable being himself at all times. What we don't like is cockiness, where you think you're better than everyone. That's the difference. We like well-accomplished dudes. We like successful guys. We don't like successful, accomplished dudes who feel the need to brag about it and shove it in your face at all times that they're so well-accomplished, because are they really? We like vulnerability. We like when you can open up about, you know, your traumas, whatever. That's a really good way to bond. We don't like you fucking shitting on yourself like a fucking pick-me-ass bitch, being like, I'm so ugly, I'm such a loser, I'm so this. This is especially important in the beginning of talking to a girl. We like when you're flirty, but not too much. Y'all take it too motherfucking far sometimes. Like, the entire conversation should not be you just trying to hit on her, okay? Like, have a normal conversation and throw the occasional flirtation in there. That's how you do it. These are some signs that a girl is losing interest in you. If you're on the receiving end of this, I'm very sorry. But if you're noticing these things, try to save it. You can use this to try to save it, okay? Good luck. All around, just less energy. Everything that she used to do, just way less. Not texting you as much, not calling you as much, just not showing you that she wants to talk to you as much in general. Suddenly, she's busy all the time, especially if like she used to be like more open schedule, and now you're noticing she's always like, oh, I'm doing something. When girls like a guy, they won't make the motherfucking time. She will try to find a way to hang out with you. So if she's like being like suddenly like super busy all the time, I'm sorry. You'll notice she's not opening up to you as much anymore, okay? When girls like a guy, we like to like tell them little things here and there, even if it's just like small little things about her day, whatever. So if she's not doing none of that, it's because she simply does not give a fuck. She does not care to put in that work. She probably knows she's not seeing it going anywhere, so she's gonna be like, who cares? What do girls think is the biggest turnoff when it comes to guys? I'm gonna start off and say this wholeheartedly, it's cockiness. Julie, biggest turnoff in guys.
Biggest turnoff in guys is when they project their insecurities onto their women.
Period. Sile, biggest turnoff to guys.
Honestly, when they're disrespectful.
Alessia, biggest turnoff in guys.
When they're double standard, bitch.
Emily, what's your biggest turnoff in guys?
I think my biggest turnoff in guys is probably when they talk down on other women, or like their nails are dirty.
Jackie, what's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Crocs.
Des, biggest turnoff in guys.
Bad hygiene.
What's the first thing girls notice about guys? And I'm gonna start off by saying I notice a guy's smile first, especially when it's a cute smile, and I notice if he can keep eye contact with me. Julie, what's the first thing you notice in a guy?
Their smile.
Emily, what's the first thing you notice in a guy?
His smile.
Devin, what's the first thing you notice in a guy?
Height, for sure.
Des, what's the first thing you notice in a guy?
A jawline.
What are some things guys do that girls consider as turn-ons? I'm starting this off, and I'm gonna say that when he's open-minded and when he smells good. Celia, what do you think is a turn-on?
When he watches anime.
Jackie, what do you think is a turn-on?
When he can hold a conversation, when he can dance, and when he can sing.
Alessia, what do you think is a turn-on?
When he's bilingual and when he can keep eye contact.
Rave, what do you think is a turn-on?
When he's dominant.
Emily, what do you think is a turn-on?
What?
What's a turn-on?
Pitbull.
These are some tips I have for girls when it comes to pulling guys. Boys, feel free to let me know if I've made a mistake, because I'm not trying to lead the girls the wrong way, you know? But I don't believe I'm wrong. Boldness, my friends, boldness. Be fucking bold. Okay, slide in a little man's DMs. Go up to a guy and be like, listen, you're fine as hell. It works. It fucking works. I don't know what power it holds. I think it's just guys are used to chasing. So like when a girl's bold and like that, makes her intentions clear, they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. Ask him questions about himself. I don't really know the psychology behind this, but something about asking a man questions, getting him to talk enough about himself, he will fall in love with you. Personality, bitch. Bring out your personality. We all got it. Some of us just hide it a lot more than others. I've heard so many conversations of guys being like, oh yeah, like, she's pretty, but she's pretty and her personality is good. Compliment him. And if you want to be extra spicy, make it like a unique compliment, because they don't get compliments that much. So when they do, they like think about it forever. And then that means they're thinking about you and they're going to be obsessed with you. These are some things girls say that guys love. There's a time and place for all these, so make sure you're saying it at the right time. But if you work it well, it's incredible. And boys, feel free to let me know if I've made a mistake. Make me, because, you know, it's teaseful, it's fun. They love it. You're annoying and I hate you. There's like a theme I'm noticing here where it's like they like when we're kind of mean flirting. Any phrase along the lines of like, or what are you gonna do about it? Those kind of things, the power they hold. But the best thing you can say is so simple, and it's just their name. Just their name. Refer to them as their name. Say their name whenever. Say their name in a hot fucking tone. It's incredible. These are some things girls do that guys find very attractive. Boys, feel free to let me know if I've made a mistake, and ladies, take some notes. When you start talking like him and using his slang and lingo, it's a very little thing, but they love seeing that they have a little influence on you, so like, for sure do it. Ask him questions about himself. I think since guys are always chasing, they're always the ones asking, trying to get to know the girl or pretend to get to know the girl, whatever. So if you turn the tables and you start asking him questions about himself and make him talk about himself enough, he will fall in love with you, I swear. When we're able to go back and forth with them, they love that kind of thing, like goofy teasing, fighting, whatever, not too serious, like all jokes, and you can go back and forth instead of being like, okay, incredible. Keep it up. They love goofy laughs and goofy giggles, okay? So if you feel like embarrassed of your laugh because you're like, oh my god, it's kind of weird, don't be. Laugh like a little motherfucker out loud as much as you want, because a goofy laugh is something that they're like, wow, nice. These are some things guys wish girls understood. Boys, feel free to correct me if I've made a mistake. They don't like when you're friendly with other guys because they saw what happened between you and him when you were friendly with him. It's like, they know where it could head. They like opening up to girls or their girlfriends because it's so awkward and uncomfortable for them to try to open up to their boys. Like, it's just not a thing that happens. When a guy goes to a girl, it's not that deep, it's not that serious. They're not like constantly thinking badly of the girl. It's just like, yeah, you're cool. Just not like that. When a guy likes a girl enough, he doesn't feel the need to have to talk to her, text or do whatever all the time because he's sure of how he feels and he's comfortable in what he's feeling. So he doesn't feel like it's necessary. Things girls do that guys love. And when I say love, I mean love. Boys, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Back scratches and head scratches are like a fucking weakness to them, okay? Especially when you got the nails, it's like euphoric. Shooting your shot, okay? Guys fucking love when girls shoot their shot. When there's like sexual tension between a girl and a guy in a room because they're like about to kiss. Are we about to kiss right now? You know? And then the girl says like, just kiss me already, or something along those lines to initiate the kiss. He'll die. I promise you, he'll die. During a hug, like the upper hand hug, when a girl like brings her hands down on her chest when she like releases the hug, that shit fucking kills them. Okay, I don't know if they notice it specifically, but like, do it. Here are some things girls do that guys love. Ladies, if you'd like a man to feel some type of way, you gotta try some of these. And boys, feel free to let me know if I've made a mistake. Touch his neck, okay? Find any casual way to do it. I don't know what the deal is with their neck, but it's like a soft, sensitive, like, they die when we touch their neck, so just do it. When y'all are hugging, just at one point in the hug, squeeze kind of tightly. He will love it, I promise you. When we walk up to them and like link their arm, almost in like a surprise sort of way, I don't get to deal with it, but they like it. Putting your head on his shoulder, okay? It's such a cute little bonding, like intimate, sweet, cute, innocent little moment. So just like do it, because y'all both like it, so yeah. These are some things guys wish girls understood. Boys, let me know if I've made a mistake. Just because they can't read our minds doesn't mean they don't care. So if a guy asks you what's wrong and you say nothing, he's gonna think nothing's wrong. So it's not that he doesn't care about you, he just doesn't realize something's actually bothering you. Sometimes they're just not in the mood to talk to anyone. So don't take it personally, because 99.9% chance it's got nothing to do with you. Most of the time, guys just can't pick up hints at all. Like, they just don't see the hint. Other times they see the hint, they don't like that you're hinting, and they're gonna play dumb to make sure you be direct. They physically can't notice the small details the way that we do. If you want a guy to notice something, you're gonna have to really like draw his attention to it and basically like guide him to it. What do guys think is the biggest turnoff when it comes to girls? Ladies, let's take some notes. Carlos, what's your biggest turnoff in girls?
When they're too easy.
Spencer, what's your biggest turnoff when it comes to girls?
When they're too easy to get and they're too friendly with other guys.
Mike, what's your biggest turnoff in girls?
Girls that can't dress.
Tavion, what's your biggest turnoff in girls?
When she can't match my fly.
That was really stupid. Jabez, what's your biggest turnoff when it comes to girls?
When she can't bring nothing to the table.
He has another one.
When she's staying.
Ladies, these are some things you need to know when it comes to guys. Him watching your story doesn't mean anything. Guys are not as micro-calculated as we are. So if they're watching your story, it's just they're like casually tapping through. That's it. No deeper meaning, unfortunately. Boys are horrendously bad at picking up hints. They just don't see them. So if you want something, you just need to be direct. And every once in a while, they do see the hint, but they just want you to be direct, so they're gonna play dumb. There's a common denominator here. Just be direct. Boys make it extremely clear when they like you. He's texting you all the time, checking in on you, wanting to hang out, planning things for you to do. Wake up call, he likes you. But if you're confused and you're like, oh my god, I can't tell, he don't like you. One compliment goes a very long way. He will always remember that compliment and always think about it, which means he'll be thinking about you. And sometimes that one compliment is enough to make them like you. What are some things girls do that guys consider as turn-ons? Ladies, let's take some notes. Brian, what do you think is a turn-on?
When a girl's straight up.
Santi, what do you think is a turn-on?
Pretty teeth.
Alejandro, what do you think is a turn-on?
Eye contact.
Keo, what do you think is a turn-on?
when they make the first move.
You're someone who's like, oh my god, I don't know how to talk to people. I'm so bad at flirting. I'm so bad at keeping convo going. This is for you. Pay close attention. It's a basic rule of thumb you should live by if you want to increase your ability to talk. When in doubt, just ask them a question. Most people, including myself, we like to talk about ourselves. We like to feel like you want to know stuff about us. It's the easiest way to trick someone into thinking that you're making the conversation go more when in reality you're just making them talk more. Add your input into something they say. Add your opinion into something. If you agree with it, tell them why you agree. If you don't agree with it, tell them why you don't agree. Part of keeping convo going is having your personality included in it. Expression the fuck out of that motherfucking conversation. Okay, laugh. People like to feel like they're funny. Get excited when you're talking about the things you're excited about. Be chill, be serious when you need to be. Nod your head to make them think you're paying more attention than you actually are. Questions, input, and expression. That's all you gotta know.
And then I went, sheesh, sheesh.